Hi, I'm Moira McDonald, if you haven't met me before or you haven't seen me before. Today I'm going to make a couple of tags. I just thought I'd do a wee intro to the video, which is quite unusual. Well, it's unusual with junk journal type videos, but it seems to be happening quite regularly on card videos these days. So I don't know if maybe somebody somewhere's thought, if people see you, they'll watch your video. Who knows? Anyway, I don't think it's going to make an awful lot of difference to me. But anyway, back to the matter. I'm going to do two tags. I'm going to do the same focal image, so with the same lady that's on both tags, but I'm going to do one tag sort of pastel shades. I'm thinking kind of pinkish maybe, or lilac-y, I don't know. We'll see what I can find before I get started. And the other one's going to be in shades of brown, kind of, you know, your typically vintage photo type distressed image. So we'll see at the end of it, hopefully, how different they look, if indeed they do look different, and you can judge what sort of thing you prefer, and it might help you to give me an idea as to what direction you want me to take things when I'm working on stuff for doing sort of tutorials. So stay tuned and we'll see what you think at the end. Thanks very much for your time. Oh, thanks very much for all your support, for talking to me, for just generally being there, because I do appreciate it. Believe you me, I appreciate it. If I think I'm sitting talking to myself, I don't really need to bother with the camera, which might make my life a wee bit easier if I'm being honest, because see, trying to get that tripod in and then dancing around about it, it's no use. Anyway, thanks for your time and I hope you enjoy the video. See you, bye! Hi there, bear with me, I'm just trying to get the angle. I hope that's okay. Right, it would really help if I put it down in such a way that I could get into my chair. Now, I think for once I have got everything looked out. I might be wrong, might need to get up. I certainly can't get into my chair. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go, that's us now. I think I've got everything looked out to be able to do this. Might not have. Can't really tell. We'll just need to start and see how it goes. Before I get going on this, what I would say is I got these today, Faber-Castell gelatos, and I bought these because I saw the lovely Julia McNeil doing a lot of work with gelatos recently. Hello Julia. So I thought I would get some and give them a go, because I had previously bought Tim Holtz's distress crayons, and they are, well, I don't want to use the word duff, but I can't say that I particularly enjoy using them, and consequently don't. Very rarely do I use them, so in that respect I was quite interested in gelatos. Oh, excuse me, because they look a lot easier to work with. So, you know, we'll go with that and hope it pans out. Right, I'm going to do two exact same tags. Well, not exact same, they're going to be different, obviously, but the basic premise is going to be the same. What I've done is I've got my cardstock, which in this particular instance is, what do you call it, watercolour card, but only because it's quite heavy, and probably the heaviest kind of card I've got. I have put down a sheet of book page and I gessoed over it to kind of obscure the writing a wee bit, because I want it there but I don't want it in your face sort of thing. So first thing I'm going to do is try to lay down a bit of colour on it. I'm going to do one in, I'm going to move one out of the way because I'll make a mess. I'm going to do one in pink and one in, oh, I also got these by the way, washi tapes. They look quite interesting. Really like this. It seems to be buildings. We've got one maybe birds and butterflies and things like that, and this one's got nice flowers. So I'll probably use these two somewhere along the line. Whenever I get anything new, it tends to lie on my desk for a day or two, mainly because I'm trying to think of where I'm going to store it, and partly because sometimes I just like looking at things. Right, wait a minute, more coffee. Oh, right. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my trusty box, gooey box. Much to my dismay, I had thrown away all my boxes and I didn't have anything to do this in, but I want to use Lindy's Stamp Gang. And what I would say is this can end up absolutely everywhere, no matter how hard you try. Also, you should never shake it up and down the way. Always try to shake it across the way. Shaking it up and down, I don't know exactly what it does, but it seems to make it more difficult, or easier should I say, for the mica to block the nozzle. I don't know if you can see, I'm just giving it a wee squirt, and it's a kind of pinky colour. It's called, wait a minute, once I'm done, another thing you should generally do. Baby wipe, wipe your nozzle in the hope that that stops it from getting clogged up. I've got a green one that I tried to use the other day and it's blocked, and I thought, oh, that's absolutely no use. And then I thought, wait a minute, Moira, you're not an idiot. If you decant the stuff into another bottle, you can use it and then put it back into that bottle and wash that nozzle, so it's under control. Right, so that's a pink one. We need to let that dry, obviously. I've got one, where is the other one? I'm going to do the other one with a brownie shade. My pink colour, where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. If anybody's interested, Lindy's Stamp Gang Starburst, and it's called Cotton Candy Pink. Right, and I'm going to use a brown one, which is called Mission Bells Brown. And this is for the other tag. I'm just going to do them both at the same time because I think there's a good chance I'm going to have to dry them with my heat tool. So I'm going to do that just now so that I can do the two at the same time, and that gets the heat tool aspect of this out the way. See how it's, can you see that? Right, now I saw a review of this Tim Holtz craft mat the other day, and the bottom line is apparently the glass really retains heat when you use a heat tool on it, to the point where you could potentially burn yourself. So I've still got my old craft mat, which I shall, oops, put that all over my fingers, I shall bring out and use that to dry things. Get my tweezers, heat tool, just to try and dry this off a bit and speed things up for us. That'll do us, I think. That's dry enough, I suspect. Now, they'll be a wee bit warm, so we'll bring them off the mat and we can fold them up again, out the way. Silicone mats are much better if you're going to use a heat tool, simply because obviously they don't burn you when you touch them, basically. Right. The pink one isn't screamingly pink. I'm going to move the brown one out of the way because I'm not going to work with the brown one just yet. The pink one isn't screamingly pink, but these gelatos I'm pretty sure there's a pink one. Actually, see if they give you names. Oh, rose glacé. Oh no, wait a minute. I'm reading French. It's iced rose. Shall we try it and see what it's like? It's like a little lipstick. Not a worn lipstick, a little lipstick. Just put a wee bit down. I don't know if I'm sure on that. Colour of... Right, you're meant to be able to do this with your finger, or you can use a wet wipe. I just want to get a layer of kind of pinky colour down on it, if I can. I don't think that one's particularly pink enough for my metallic melon. Let's try it. Ooh, this is a bit vibrant. Maybe a bit too vibrant. Wait a minute. Maybe a bit in your face. There's another kind of reddish coloured one. I think we'll see what that is. It's called Iced Currant. I like that. That's a nice shade. I would wear that one. Again, it's a bit deeper than I was looking for, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to swish it about. So these particular gelatos that I bought are metallic. You can use a wet wipe for this as well, by the way, too. Ooh, that makes them really... Ooh. I'm liking that. That really does spread about quite well. Doesn't it? That's good. Well, that's pink. Maybe not the pink I was looking for, but that's pink. Got a couple of stencils, so we'll use them to just kind of add a wee bit of interest to the background. This is all very mixed media, isn't it? Right, I think we can go over with a little bit of distress ink as well to get the bits we haven't quite covered. It's still a bit damp, so what I might do is I might use the brown ones and do some gelatos on them. Let's see what we've got on the gelato front for brown shades. This looks iced, oh I don't know how you say that, is it chai, C-H-A-I? I know you get, ooh, you get tea with that, or coffee or whatever it is. That looks kind of greenish. Oh, it's gold champagne. I'll add a bit of this as well. It doesn't look that dramatically different, if I'm being honest. Find a wee bit wet wipe and splurge them about. So I do like the kind of, I like a good bit of shine when I'm working. I mean, I know in an ideal world vintagey stuff should all be kind of dull and dingy, but you're your own master when it comes to this kind of stuff. You make your own patterns and your own designs, and you do what you like. Right, that's fine. Give that away because I've got some of that gelato stuff on it. Then check the pink one. Yep, got some gelato on that too. Wipes off, no bother at all. Right, we'll put that over to the side to dry, and we'll have a look at this again. I think that's fine. Right, so what I was going to do was I was going to add some distress ink, and I'm back with my Victorian Velvet. So we're just going to blend round the edge primarily of this tag, just to take away any white that's at the edge, because I've not run the gelato over it quite enough. That's great, that'll do for me. Now I was going to add some of the washi. I think I'll add the text one. I'm hoping, I've got a glue stick, so what I might do is I might, just to make sure it definitely sticks okay, use a bit of glue stick on it. I just want to have a look at this because it's quite wide. And I don't know if I want to use it all. So what I might do is, I'm going to tear it kind of down the middle-ish. It's not a perfect tear. And I'll use my glue stick. I don't know if you really need to do this. A lot of folk, oh wait a minute, that's my phone telling me to take my antibiotic. My antibiotics are finished, so I don't actually need to bother, but I never changed my alarm. Right. Let's hope this helps. And I'm going to run it down the side here, and it should stick without difficulty by any luck. Now, as a rule I don't normally turn it over, but I will in this instance. Usually I just trim it down, but to hang, I say to myself, to hang, because the back's white anyway, and I think if we were going to be using this we would almost certainly cover it with tea-dyed paper. So that's that. Where's my lid? There we go. Now I was going to do a wee bit of stamping on this. I don't know, I got these off of AliExpress, as you do, and they all are kind of related to typing and, well, kind of like office work, typing and phones and things, and what I'm going to do, I don't want glaring colour, so I was just going to use distress ink to stamp them, because I want it to be kind of blending into the background almost. So I've used worn lipstick. Hopefully this will show up okay. I don't want to have it in straight as such. I'm just going to put it in at a jointy angle. I'm really hoping that it shows that it's at least been stamped, and it doesn't really make a great job of it. You virtually can't see that, so not to worry, we'll stamp it with something else. Let me think. I'll go for my tried and tested oh no, do you know what I could use? I've got VersaFine Crimson Red, which would go okay with our pink shading. That's much better. Right, so I'm going to now stamp another kind of, it's like a telephone dial. In fact, most of this you probably won't see once my lady's in place, but now it's going to straddle my washi tape. And to be honest, I don't know if it's going to take very well or if it's going to get smudged, but we'll see. In an ideal world it won't smudge, but I don't know. That's fine. Right, and put my lid back on the stamp, because I think that's us for the stamping. Although I might actually add a wee something at the top. Sometimes I look at things and I think, you know, they're fine, but you just have this pressing desire to add to it. Don't want to add anything big. I've got a couple of letters that look like there's keys from an old typewriter, and I'm going to add them up the top, I think. It'd really help if I could see what they were. Right, and just going to add them here, and it's going to layer on top of the other one. That's fine. Clean that off and put it away. Now, my lady that I'm going to use, this is her, and she's got some tones of pink on her, so I'm going to add the Victorian velvet round her, which in the dark bits aren't going to be terribly noticeable. It's not very noticeable at all, actually. I'm wondering, see, I'm just a bit concerned that if I use warm lipstick it's going to be a bit too pink. We'll try and see what it looks like. No, it's not too bad. I mean, I haven't overdone the amount of warm lipstick I've put on this, so it should blend in okay. It certainly gives the pink rose a very pinkish hue. That's fine. And that's my son sneezing in the background. Glue. Now the glue is Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. It's by Tonic. And Tonic are the people who have been working with Tim Holtz in relation to the Tonic craft mat here. Right, I'm going to put her up a wee bit from the bottom, which doesn't need to be right at the bottom. that, I can hold her down just now so that she definitely sticks while I'm looking over things. I was going to add, I also got some stamps the other day on eBay, and these are exactly what I wanted. They are European stamps, and they're, generally speaking, they're not, see, sometimes you can get stamps from some countries that are really quite loud and highly patterned and very colourful, and I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for something that did kind of look run-of-the-mill and plainish. That's quite an old one. I've got a Dutch one and a Spanish one that are in red. I mean, your chances of finding a pink stamp are fairly slim. We'll leave it with that. So I've got a couple of stamps I'll just add to this. I'll take that off. We'll pretend that noise isn't happening, right? That up the top. And I'll just stick this on the bottom, and it'll actually overlap the girdle. I don't feel I need millions of layers here. I'm going to use this again, if I can figure out which end I want to use, and I'll do all 4 corners this time with the scallop end up. Didn't make a good job of that, like that. I think these bits are meant to go inside this somehow, but I don't know how. I'm holding this really awkwardly, and I don't know why. I think it's because I'm actually quite far back from the table. Normally I would be sitting a bit closer to the table. Right, I want to use my distress ink just to go around those corners now. And that's her, I think. She's actually very pale. She's been, whoever's colourised her has only actually coloured the flower in her dress. Her face is still black and white, but that's the first one done. So we'll go on to the brown one next. Just put her over there, and we'll lift this. Just having a look at it to try and see if I can see the shine. You can see a bit of shine, but it's not terribly striking. Right, so we shall now add our washi to this. It's the other half of that washi that I tore at the beginning for the pink one. And we'll stick it down the other side this time because that's where my straight edge is. You can always, when you applied washi, you probably should always go over it with a bone folder, which isn't actually a bone folder, but it's Teflon, but they still call them bone folders. That'll, in theory, should definitely hold it down. Right, so we want to do a wee bit of stamping on this again, with my stamps out of the way, and this time I obviously am going to use a brown ink. So I have, I'll get as close as I can, VersaFine Vintage Sepia that I'll use this time for this one. Same stamp set but different stamp. This is like a little ledger or something. And I should have put my soft mat below it because it was a photopolymer stamp, but I didn't. I've absolutely no recollection as to what the stamp is, although I did buy it fairly recently, so I might be able to find out because I think I got it on eBay. I'm not sure, but I think I got it on eBay. If I got it on eBay, I should be able to find out if it's something famous, or when I say famous, something by a company that's quite well known. I'm going to stamp that again, it's just the alphabet and some numbers, so I'm going to stamp that again at the bottom. It should be visible. When we add the others, the image to it. I'm going to use the typewriter one again that we used in the last. That's good. See, the good thing about that is, I don't know if you can notice this well enough, there is text on this as if it's maybe cut from something like one of those old Sears catalogues, and the good thing is, because it's such fine print, when I have printed out that alphabet, it looks as if it's coming through it, so it's layered that really quite well. More by luck, by the way. It's not as if I'm sitting here with the design of doing it, it's just, I just batter away and hope it all looks okay at the end. Right, now here's my lady again, and this time we need to go around her in, now I looked out ground espresso, thought I'd looked out vintage photo, but I don't think I did. Ground espresso is actually a fairly dark colour. It's darker than, certainly darker than vintage photo. I think that's her okay. I don't think we need to. It certainly makes her stand out. This bit's quite awkward to get into because of the flowers. You can't get her neck either. But it's okay, that's fine. Right, we'll add her. And we're back to the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive again. See, a good thing about doing the inking around it, no matter what colour you use, if you're not very good at the fussy cutting, and I'm not, it really can hide so much. It's great in that respect. Right, now big stamp thing. Wait a minute. Just to flatten her out a wee bit, and we'll look for another couple of brownish stamps if we can find them. Oh, that's West Germany. What I don't understand is, oh, it seems to be a pair of legs upside down, but I'm assuming the number should be the right way up. I quite like that Czechoslovakian one, the wee man. Might look for a better. I've got another Czechoslovakian one there, but no, it's a bit, that looks quite modern. I don't know if it is, but maybe not necessarily what I'm looking for. Oh, I see something that's ideal, and it's another wee Dutch one. Right, we'll put away the wee wicky wacky woo legs. So we've got a wee Czechoslovakian and a wee Dutch one, and we shall use our glue stick. Do you know, it's difficult to find the best place to put this. I think it's going to have to come off the card a bit. So that'll need to be cut, but that's okay. I can live with that. That's actually going to cover the good text. It doesn't matter. I watched another video this morning where the lady said, you know, sometimes it was a mixed media video. I watch quite a lot of those. Not that I do any mixed media, but she was saying, you know, that sometimes it breaks your heart when you've got a really good background and you feel you need to cover it up, but sometimes you've got to look at the bigger picture, so to speak. And it's true, it's very true. You tend to think in terms of, you know, you like what you've got as your background, and it doesn't occur to you that you're actually, it's only a means to an end, because you're going to be putting something else on top. Right. And ground espresso will go around the edges. Do stick that down a bit better. I had got frayed burlap out to use on this. When I said frayed burlap, I mean the distress ink as opposed to frayed burlap, the material. Now wait a minute, because I think what I'll do is I'll add a wee bit of black soot distress ink to this as well, because I really don't feel, considering I said I was going to make this a darker tag, it really doesn't look particularly dark, I don't feel. So we'll add a wee bit of black soot just at the very edge, and it can make all the difference, to be honest. I was toying with the idea of a video just talking a wee bit about myself, and I was going to call it Meet Your Maker, and then I thought, maybe not, maybe not the best of titles. Meet Your Maker. Yeah, I don't think many of us want to meet our maker just yet. Right, that I think is it. Let's move out of the way, hope we can, so that we can take some time to look at what we've got. Now, sorry, there's wee bits of card here from when I was cutting off those wee corners. Not vintage. Sepia. Right, there you go. Same lady, different colours. Got a wee bit of something in her hair there. Oh, just a minute. I think it's a wee bit of glue or something. The more I touch it, the worse it's getting. There we go, that's it. Right, so there's our lady, two different tags, done in pinks and done in browns. You can let me know what you think, how it compares, which one you would do if you were making them. So, I think that's us for layering and collage. I realise, I appreciate my layering and collage isn't quite as intense as a lot of other folks, but that's how I do it, and I quite like what I do. So you can, again, give me comments on that. Right, so thanks very much for your time, and I shall see you all again soon-ish. I don't know when, we'll see what happens. So thanks for your time, let me know if there's anything you want me to cover. Bye! That's a wrap, Moira.